Okay, so a few problems here. One, the responsiveness of the CRM lately has been really sluggish, and I'm really frustrated with this at the current moment as I'm trying to work through this. You'll notice here, like I click on an appointment, and like it just does not load. It's insane. So aside of that, I have issues with the calendar appointment syncing. I've gone through and set up the calendars to what I believe is the proper configurations. I initially connected it, and I had the little pop-up screen for the API connection. I don't know if that was for the calendar portion or if it was for the email sync. Since then, I did look into his apps, and I did delete the lead connector apps that were in his dashboard previously because he did have an account with another provider. We transferred the account to my agency account, and during that time when I was trying to troubleshoot some things, I deleted these lead connector applications out of his primary email host dashboard. But they are reinstalled, as you can see here. So if we go back to the CRM, it's still not loading there. Let's try this again. All right, and I've gone through and did the whole reset saving process here when kind of setting up a new calendar. That was part of the troubleshooting guidelines that are provided in the documentation. Calendar is his primary calendar, so we'll save that. And I've done all that, and it still doesn't link up with his calendar, because now if we go and take a look at calendars, oops, let me jump out of here real quick. Calendars, and see that there, it like pops up and then it disappears. I don't know what's going on, but let's try to make an appointment at 1 o'clock. And this will probably, it was fast that time, but even that interface sometimes delays for 10 or 15 seconds. So let's go ahead and save this test. Let's just label it test 10 since I've done so many tests. All right, we're going to book an appointment. All right, so test 10 is booked for 1 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Was on the 11th of May. Let's go take a look at it. The 11th of May, there is nothing showing up here. Now let's go ahead and book one on the 12th of May. Test on the 12th. Let's save this for, make sure it's in business hours. I don't know if that matters. Let's go 2 p.m. Save that, and you could see that that is in fact on his calendar option down here. So he does have these other untitled ones, but we are selected the calendar as which was selected in the configuration of the dashboard as well, or the calendar settings here. So let's refresh that. And you'll see that it's just not here. So it's not working. And then lastly, I have questions about the actual calendars themselves. I'd like all of the calendar scheduling applications to just show up on one single calendar. And I had read that to do that, you create groups. Well, I did that. I created a group with 5 calendars in it. I went through and I tested a couple of the different calendars, such as retirement income planning session or financial review. And if we go back to the calendars, his estate planning one is the very first one that shows up. I'm assuming it's alphabetical order. That being said, even when doing test booking appointments on these sub-level calendars, the appointments were still not showing up on this top-level calendar. That being said, also, I would prefer to just have, a calendar title of like primary calendar or something like that, and then have all of these other calendars, as sub-calendars if they need to even be here. I don't recall if I can just create actual booking calendar forms all under one single calendar, or how that process works. But if I do have to have individual calendars for the various types of appointment booking forms, that's fine. But I would really like to have just this top level calendar that's all calendars that all of these other calendars show up on. But as I said, those aren't, even when I did test bookings on these sub calendars, they weren't showing up on this calendar. And you can see, let's go to the calendar settings again. I mean, I don't know if there's something misconfigured here. So yeah, that's the issue. The calendars are not syncing between the email client, and they are also not, when booking on sub calendars, they're not showing up on this group calendar, or if this is configured right, it's, to my knowledge, they should be showing up, I guess, on this top calendar. I'm not sure, but yeah, so if you could help me troubleshoot those things. All of the apps are connected. I've troubleshot based off from the documentation. And again, these do seem to be a little bit more responsive now, but they were dramatically slower. Like, take a look at this. I mean, this just isn't acceptable. So, and then I don't know why I'm not able to click this blocked off slot. I don't know why I'm not able to delete this. And then this is going to freeze up like this. So if you could please help me in support here on getting these syncing issues aligned up, set up, and that's how long it took there. And then troubleshoot, what I need to do to get the proper configuration for a top-down calendar setup. Thanks.